The election is free to go on as scheduled after the Supreme Court threw out a bid by Katter's Australian Party to have millions of ballot papers destroyed. Founder Bob Katter says it's a blow to democracy, but his opponents have welcomed the decision.
Confusion reigned from start to finish as Katter's Australian Party members emerged from court unaware their case had received a knockout blow.
As Don King, the boxer, said in the American boxing world, he always said if your opponents if they're having a go at you or they're patting you on the back, the reality is we just thank them for tuning in.
But they had just tuned in to the Court of Appeal's dismissal when the Supreme Court had also handed down its judgment. It was a double punch to the party's bid to reinstate its full name on ballot papers, which had them listed as the Australian Party rather than Katter's Australian Party.
There is no doubt that we are the underdog in this election. We wear that badge with honour, though, because we are fighting for the underdog of Queensland. We are fighting for the battlers.
After days of legal wrangling, the matter was over within minutes today. The Court of Appeal rejected constitutional arguments put forward by the party. Moments later, Supreme Court Justice Ros Atkinson dismissed the entire application. As far as Bob Katter is concerned, the decision is nuts.
Because there isn't a single fair dinkum, fair-minded person, regardless of his politics, who wouldn't say this is bloody unfair, bloody unfair.
But the major parties believe common sense has prevailed.
Well, it's their problem for failing to get their administration right.
I hope that Bob Katter now puts all this matter to bed and stops wasting the court's time.
The party won't rule out a High Court challenge, however unlikely.
What we'll certainly do now is consider options, but clearly now their focus has to get back onto the campaign and the issues that are facing Queenslanders.
And just over 2 weeks to convince them, without the trademark name. Francine Norton, ABC News.